Hello everyone, this is Pranshi Verma. Welcome to my channel guys. In today's session, we are going to discuss a Scrum narrative and PSM exam question and answer. And this is your part 1 executive narration of Scrum. And chapter name is a new approach for complex problems. Okay, in this, your first question is in the waterfall methodology, the duration of the activities like development, testing, etc. are option A planned to be fixed irrespective of any calculation means time boxed. Option B predicted using some calculations based on today's weather. Option C never decided upfront. Right answer here is option B because the waterfall activities are estimated and calculated well in advance based on today's knowledge and assumptions. They are not time boxed, they do not have fixed durations. So right answer here is option B, predicted using some calculations based on today's weather. Okay, next question. In waterfall, the team often gets early feedback from customers or markets about the product they are building so they can act on this feedback on time. Is true or false? Is false because waterfall based rarely offer any opportunity to get early feedback about products. So right answer here is option B, false. Next question. What factors will increase complexity? Select all that apply. Option A, larger number of project people. Option B, longer duration of the project. And option C, batching of product release into one big bang. Right answer here is option A, B and C, all. Because all these factors, large number of people, longer duration of the project and grouping of all deliveries into one big bang final release, okay, increase the complexity. So correct answer here is option A, B, C, all. Okay, next question. Building complex products like software is a complex adaptive problem. Complex adaptive problems are option A, deterministic. Option B is stochastic. Option C, hard to predict even using the history of the past. Right answer here is option C. Complex adaptive problems are hard to predict. Okay. Next question. Select all that apply. Empiricism provides option A, frequent opportunities to get information using which uncertainty can be completely eliminated. Option B, frequent opportunities to discuss different possibilities. Option C, frequent opportunities to make informed decisions, thus reducing risk. Right answer here is option B and option C because empiricism is an alternative to waterfall to manage complexity and uncertainty. In waterfall, the risk of uncertainty accumulates over long cycles. The risk is reduced by the empiricism approach because it provides frequent feedback and course correction points. These points are where more information may be available to view different possibilities and make informed decisions. However, empiricism does not completely eliminate uncertainty. Okay, so correct answer here is option B and option C. Next question, select the best answer. Scrum is a newer way of doing things to address complex problems. It's a newer way because option A, it offers new terminology for traditional practices. Option B, it's easier to master implement that the traditional way. Option C, it increases the opportunity to control risk and optimizes the predictability of progress. Option D, it's closely associated with emerging technologies. Right answer here is option C. It's newer way because it's increased the opportunity to control risk and optimizes the predictability of progress. Okay, because Scrum brings in new terminology, but it's not the primary difference. It's easy to learn but difficult to master. There is an incidental association of lots of emerging technologies executed in Scrum. But that is not the reason for this identity as a newer way. Scrum does not guarantee success, but it increases the likelihood of success by controlling the risks and optimizing predictability. Okay, so here right answer is option C. Scrum is a newer way of doing things to address complex problems because it's increased the opportunity to control risk and optimizes the predictability of progress. Okay, next question. Scrum effectively limits the risk of unknowingly doing something wrong by option A, having a detailed and extensive risk management plan. Option B, having multiple checkpoints and through review by senior management at those checkpoints. Option C, using short iterations called sprints. Right answer here is option C. Scrum effectively limits the risk of unknowingly doing something wrong by using short iterations called sprints. Because at the end of each sprint, the team will get feedback about the outcome from the stakeholders and users to understand if their work was worthwhile. Okay. If the work outcome is defined as a waste, the cost spent is limited only to that of the weeks incurred in the sprint. This feedback is a control and can be used to plan better for the next sprint. In other words, the risk of pursuing a wrong direction is limited to the cost of one sprint. Okay, that's why correct answer here is option C. Okay, next question. Scrum is option A framework to address complex adaptive problems. Option B, collection of industry best practices in information technology. Option C, a body of knowledge on software engineering to build products. Right answer here is option A. Basically, Scrum is a framework to address complex adaptive problems. Okay. Scrum is a framework based on empiricism process control theory within which people can address complex adaptive problems. Okay. Correct answer here is option A. Next question. To reduce the likelihood of not meeting with commitments, Scrum uses option A, time boxing, so the planned events can happen on time. Option B, time boxing, so the commitments will have additional buffer of time. Option C, time boxing, so the events cannot exceed a predetermined time box. Right answer here is option C, because Scrum controls the risk associated with long-term planning and big commitments by constraining the product development into shorter iterations called sprints. Each sprint is strictly time boxed, so they expire on the predetermined date on matter what. By time boxing, the risk of pursuing a wrong direction is limited to the cost of one sprint. Okay, so right answer here is option C. Next question. Select all that apply. The formal opportunities for inspection and adoption are option A, sprint. Option B, definition of done. Option C, product increment. Option B, none of the above. Right answer here is option D, none of the above. Because 4 Scrum events are formal events for inspection and adoption. They are sprint planning, daily Scrum, review and retrospective. Okay. So here right answer is option D, none of the above. Next question. Scrum framework consists of option A, Scrum standards. Option B, Scrum teams. Option C, product development processes. Option D, roles, events, artifacts and rules associated with Scrum teams. Okay, right answer here is option B and option D. Scrum teams and roles, event, artifacts and rules associated with Scrum teams. Because Scrum framework consists of Scrum teams and their associated roles, events, artifacts and rules. Though there are standards such as definition of done, they are not formally called as Scrum standards. Okay, so right answer here is option B and D. Next question. As per empiricism, knowledge is acquired by option A, experience. Option B, analytical tools. Option C, formal teaching. Correct answer here is option A, because empiricism asserts that knowledge comes from experience in the past and practice of making decisions based on what is known. Okay. So correct answer here is option A, experience. Okay guys. Okay guys, now let's wind up the session. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next session, means chapter 2. So please subscribe to my channel for more videos. If you like the video, hit the like button. Please share this video with your friends. Thank you.